Most people think the danger of getting stranded in winter is the cold. It's not. It's everything you assumed you'd never need, until the moment you're buried on the side of a highway with nothing useful in your car. Winter driving emergencies don't announce themselves. You're on a normal route, running a normal errand, and then conditions shift fast. And the difference between walking away from that situation and not coming home often comes down to 19 specific items, a few of which are so counterintuitive that most prepared people still get them wrong. One of them is something people genuinely believe is a smart survival move that has actually gotten people killed. We'll get to that one, and when we do, it's going to change how you think about every winter drive after this. Back in 1978, a single snowstorm dropped 2 feet of snow across New England in about 30 hours. It trapped roughly 3,000 cars and 500 trucks along 8 miles of one Massachusetts highway. People were just driving. Normal day, normal route. And then they were stuck, buried, and freezing, with whatever happened to be in their car. That is still happening today, and most people are still just as unprepared. So in this video, we're going through 19 vehicle emergency items you need before winter hits. And I want to be upfront. A lot of these lists are the same. Blanket, jumper cables, done. But a few of the things we're going to cover today are genuinely counterintuitive, and one of them is something that most people think is a smart survival move that has actually gotten people killed this year. I'll get to that one, but stick with me because the order here matters. Let me give you the full rundown of what's coming, the gear you need, the details most lists skip, and the one piece of knowledge at the end that I genuinely think could save your life or someone else's. Let's start with the foundation items, the ones that belong in every kit, no matter where you live. Number 1, a warm blanket. You can get an electric blanket that plugs into your vehicle's 12-volt socket, and the cord is usually long enough to reach the back seat, which is great if you've got passengers. Number 2, gloves and a hat. These seem obvious until you're stranded in dress shoes and a light jacket because you didn't think it would be that kind of day. Pack them and leave them in the car. Number 3, a snow brush and ice scraper combo. Keep this in the cabin, not the trunk, so you can actually reach it when you're buried. Number 4, a flashlight with extra batteries, or a hand crank model, so you're not depending on batteries at all. Number 5, jumper cables. A dead battery in cold weather is extremely common because the cold reduces battery capacity significantly. Number 6, a basic first aid kit, nothing elaborate. Bandages, antiseptic, pain reliever, medical tape. Number 7, bottled water. Here's the thing though, don't store it in the trunk. Water stored in a cold trunk or flatbed will freeze solid and be completely useless when you need it. Keep it in the back seat or the main cabin where the temperature stays more manageable. Number 8, non-perishable food. Granola bars, fruit leather, nuts. Things that won't go bad sitting in a kit for months. Number 9, a multi-tool or a simple toolkit. A good multi-tool covers most roadside fixes and takes up almost no space. Number 10, reflective warning triangles or road flares. Put them in front of and behind your vehicle so you're visible. This is especially critical at night on a dark road. Now here's where it starts getting interesting. Number 11, a collapsible snow shovel. This is not optional if you live anywhere that gets real snow. A folding shovel fits easily in most trunks and is the difference between being stuck for 20 minutes and being stuck for hours. And here is a detail that most people get completely wrong. When you start digging, you want to shovel the snow from the back of the car and clear the tailpipe before you even start the engine. Most people instinctively go for the driver's door or the front of the car first. That's backwards. The tailpipe comes first, always. I'll tell you exactly why in a minute, and it's going to change how seriously you take this. Number 12, a bag of sand or kitty litter for traction. And this one has a specific detail that almost every list skips. It has to be non-clumping kitty litter. Clumping litter absorbs moisture and turns into a useless clay-like paste under your tires. Non-clumping stays loose and actually grips. Same item, completely different result. Road salt works too. Number 13. A tow strap. If someone can get to you, a tow strap means they can actually pull you out. Without one, they're just company. Number 14. Hand warmers. These little packets are genuinely impressive for how much heat they generate. Tuck them into your gloves or your boots if frostbite is a concern, and they'll buy you a lot of time. Number 15. Winter boots. If you have to get out and walk, or dig, or push, proper boots matter. For longer trips especially, keep a pair in the car. Now, here is the one that most people skip entirely, and it's the American Red Cross that specifically calls this out. Number 16. Your medications and a written list of emergency contacts. Not just a phone number saved in your phone, a physical, written list. Because if you're unconscious when help arrives, first responders need to know what you take, who to call, and what they're dealing with. This is the item that could matter most when you're least able to speak for yourself. Number 17. A portable battery pack and a spare phone charger cable. Keep your phone charged every time you get in the car, and keep the backup in the kit so you can stay in contact with emergency services when it counts. Number 18. A seatbelt cutter and window breaker tool. People genuinely underestimate how difficult it is to break a car window in an emergency. It's nearly impossible with your bare hands or a seatbelt buckle. Rescue professionals carry dedicated escape tools for exactly this reason, and they're small enough to clip to your visor or keep in the center console. This is a cheap item that belongs in every vehicle. And number 19, emergency candles. These are a last resort, but they're not a bad one. A couple of candles can provide a flicker of warmth and light in a serious situation, and they weigh almost nothing. Now, before we wrap up the gear list, I want to come back to something I mentioned earlier. Because there's one piece of knowledge here that goes beyond what to pack, and it's the thing I said most people get completely wrong. Here's what happened in New Jersey in January 2016. A 23-year-old mother and her 2 young children sat inside their car to stay warm, while her boyfriend dug it out from the snow. With the engine on and the tailpipe clogged by snow, the odorless, invisible gas seeped into the car in minutes. The mother and her 1-year-old son died. Then, days later, their 3-year-old daughter also died from the same poisoning. The father was steps away shoveling. He had no idea. Carbon monoxide is a silent killer that strikes quickly and with little warning. And this didn't stop being a problem. Earlier this year, a Rhode Island college football player died from carbon monoxide poisoning after he tried to charge his phone in his car during a massive snowstorm and power outage. First responders found 21-year-old Salve Regina University student Joseph Boutros unresponsive in his car in Newport, Rhode Island. Police said the vehicle's exhaust pipe was obstructed by snow. The area didn't have power, and Boutros had told a fellow student he was using his car to charge his phone. He was doing what felt like the smart, safe thing, and the exhaust pipe buried in snow turned his car into a sealed room. So here is the protocol that actually keeps you safe, because just stay warm is not specific enough. If you're stranded and you need to run the engine for heat, run at approximately 10 minutes per hour with a window cracked slightly for ventilation. That's the actual guideline, not run it whenever you're cold. 10 minutes, then off. And before you ever start the engine, get out and clear that tailpipe. Every single time. That's the thing that ties all 19 items together. The gear gets you through the wait. The knowledge keeps you alive during it. So here's where you stand now. You've got the full list, the basics that belong in every kit, the details that most lists skip entirely, and the one rule about your engine that could genuinely be the difference between a scary story you tell later and something much worse. If you found this useful, drop a comment below and tell me which item surprised you the most. I read every single one. And if you want to go deeper on winter driving and emergency prep, there's another video right here that's worth your time. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and I'll see you there.